Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another walkthrough of the newest dungeon released on patch 4.2 of Final Fantasy Online. This is Hell's Lid. It requires a level of 70, a minimum item level of 310, and drops gear about 325. Now, before the first boss battle, you do have to fight some typical trash mobs, nothing out of the ordinary, but in this dungeon they mix it up a little bit. You do have to deal with some ground AoEs from, not enemies, but just the environment itself. As long as you deal with that, you'll have no problem. Just burn down the enemies. We had no problem in grabbing a group of them and taking them all together and burning them down. So you just burn them down. You'll have no problem, and you'll be to the first boss. Alright, your first boss battle of this new dungeon is against a guy named Ataki Maru. The best way to treat this guy is to treat him kind of like a Minotaur. He does very similar moves to him. In fact, he's almost like a reskin with a couple new ones. One of the moves that he'll cast frequently throughout the battle is a 100-ton swing, which pretty much is self-explanatory. Just get out of his way. Naturally, you want to have the tank pull aggro away from the other characters, but other than that, you just heal through that, you'll be fine. Then he has another move called 10-ton slash, which is a frontal conal AoE attack. Now, during this battle, there'll also be random rocks that'll fall down from the ceiling. You'll just want to avoid them as well. Now, other than these moves, the only other move that he does is something where it doesn't even pop up on screen. He just screams, "Arg!" and he'll randomly pick a character and jump on their location. And what you want to do is try to lead them on the outside ring of the arena, because he'll follow you, and everywhere he steps, he'll pretty much, as you see right here, start setting everything on fire. And you'll just lead him around, also avoiding the random rocks falling from the ceiling. And after a while, he'll stop attacking you and jump to one of these two icons that are glowing. The one that looks like a sword, the one that looks like a shield. I haven't really noticed anything really different other than the fact he seems to jump to the sword first and then the shield and then attacks. But other than that, my best guess is just not be near the sword and shield. We didn't have any problems with him at all. That's pretty much the only thing you have to deal with him. Now, as the battle progresses and you get less than 10% of his life left, it does seem like he'll do that ARG move again, and it combines it with more AoE attacks from the rocks that are falling from the ceiling. But other than that, that's the only moves you have to deal with this guy. He's quite a pushover. You'll be able to beat him no time and be on to the next battle. Alright, your second boss battle is against Kame Itachi. I don't know if I said his name right, but oh well. He has multiple different moves you have to pay close attention to throughout the battle. Normally, near you start burning him down, he'll do like an AoE type donut, and you'll want to get close to him, like you see right there. If you're not quick on it, he will do a good amount of damage and add a debuff stack to you. Other than that, that's really the only untelegraphed move that he does. Everything else it will pop up, like the Patient Blade. As you see here, it's a wide frontal AoE blast, but he has such a long cast timer, you should have no problem in being able to get to the opposite side in time before he sets it off to hurt you. Now, as you're going through this battle, he will cycle through the Patient Blade and some normal AoE line blasts like you've seen there, but nothing really that major. He's not really that hard of a boss, but once you burn him down to roughly right around, give or take 20-25%, he'll do a move called Whisper in the Wind. And as you see here, he will cast these little ads, and you burn them down as fast as possible. They will send like AoE attacks on the ground and stuff like that, but they're not really the problem. The problem is as you're beating these guys, it'll lay down these little glowing orbs that you see here with lightning attached to them, and they represent the path that the boss is going to take. He will zip through their area like you see there. Just make sure you're not in the path of these lines. If you are, you will get hurt and take massive damage. As you see there, I took damage. Now, at the end, he'll also do a major AoE blast where he ends up. As long as you just watch out for the lines, don't cross them and get in the way, and get away from him when he ends, and just watch out for the AoE donut, the Patient Blade, and those are really the only moves of this boss. He's really actually quite easy. You'll have him beaten no time flat and on to the third and final boss. Alright, it's time for your final boss battle against Genbu, or Genbu. He looks like an evil dark crystal Jim Henson looking creature. Nonetheless, he's got several mechanics you'll have to pay close attention to, but he's really not that hard. Now, at the beginning of the battle, he'll start casting Hell of Water, which is a line ground AoE attack. Just watch it and get out of the way. Then he'll pick a character and hit him with Hell of Waste, which, as you see here, is just a circle AoE pulled to the outside of the arena away from everyone else to get it to drop. eat a little bit of the damage and heal through it, and you'll be fine. Now, as you progress through the battle and you burn him down, he will then do a move that he'll start doing throughout the battle called Sinister Tide, where he'll light up the tiles on the floor and you'll see a blue water bubble in the area. That is the start of where it will go through. And what you want to do is go to the water bubble that lands first to avoid the AoE ground tiles, because it'll go in a circular motion leading into the center. I've had it randomized too to where it went into the center before the outside, but it seems to mostly go on the outside. As you see, he will start casting it throughout the battle. Just pay close attention to where that blue ball is and try to get there after he sets off the attack to avoid taking damage. Other than that, there's really not much you really have to deal with, other than the fact that once he hits about 50% of his life left, he starts combining those with the Hell of Waste moves and the Hell of Water. Now, I've had it sometimes where he just did Hell of Waste, but he's also done Hell of Water as well, but his main attack is going to be the Sinister Tide move. Like I said, he will spam the hell out of that throughout the battle, and as you see here, he'll start casting the Hell of Waste on more than one character at the same time. But other than that, just burn him down, and once he gets to give or take right around 30% of his life left, then he'll do his pretty much his form of the ultimate move, which is known as Shalonian Gate, I think the name of it is. As you see here, he'll actually say that he needs to put you at a higher test. He'll put a shield up around him, but all you want to do is burn down the shield as fast as possible. Now, while you're doing this, he's charging up a meter called Jembu's Focus. What you want to do is watch out, burn down his shield as fast as possible before he fully charges, or it will be a area-wide everyone will get wiped. You'll get your ass kicked. You'll die instantly once he fully charges. And basically just treat it like anything else, because he'll combine all of his previous moves together with this. Burn down his gate while he's casting his Sinister Tide and the Hell of Waste, and you'll have no problem in beating the third and final boss of this new dungeon. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes to my channel. I want to say thank you for everyone who watches this video. Please leave it in the comments below if this was helpful in any way. If there was any sort of moves that I missed since this was my first playthrough, please let me know, because I always want to make sure I get the information right. But in the end, as long as this helps you, that's all that counts. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.